So we have the all new Yezdi Adventure with especially when you saddle, if you want to see the odometer. Wow, and welcome back to Weekend on Wheels, and I'm Girish. The word adventure looks like the most happening thing currently in the motorcycle industry. And the reason why I say this, because I present to you the all-new Yezdi Adventure, the 334cc motorcycle. I'll come right after this intro video to tell you more about this beast of a machine. So here we have the all-new Yezdi Adventure. So I have been waiting for this from the day it has been launched. So we have the all-new Yezdi Adventure, which is powered with 334cc with a max of 30 horsepower at 8000 rpm and a max of 29.9 Newton meter torque at around 6000 rpm. Talking about the tire now, so you get a 21-inch wheel on the front and a 17-inch wheel on the back, which is, I think, a very deadly combination. And with the braking as well, you get a 320 mm front disc brake with a combination of a 200 and odd disc brake on the rear of this motorcycle. So let's have a close 360 degree view of this motorcycle now. I am totally in love with the fit and finish. The entire work by Yezdi on this motorcycle is amazing. Look at the fit, finish, the attention to detail that they've given. Everything is such synergy. So let's start with our regular review from the handlebar. So when you look at the odo, I think this is one of the most interesting odo that you can get in this segment. So this is a combination of two digital meters. So you have one round digital meter here and another one here. And then you have all the indication signs here. And this, when you look at the very first time, looks like a TFT monitor because the way this has been bezeled and the way this has been packaged. I think a very smart work done by Yezdi and a good packaging. So here you get a lot of information, that is your kilometer, speedometer, odometer. You get the fuel gauge here, gear indicator, clock, and also on this end side you have the Bluetooth indication. So let me turn it off and on again and show you what are the other information when you get. You get the call, message, and the tower indication when you connect your Bluetooth phone with the navigation. And this will give you turn-by-turn navigation. Now coming on to your left hand side, you have a lot of things going on. You have the high beam pass and the high beam here, and then you have this joystick to work around a lot of stuff here in terms of data and all of that. Then you have the left indicator and the right indicator horn. To your right hand side you have turn on and off, that's the kill on and kill off switch. You have a dedicated hazard light button and then the power button here. So this is what it goes. And when you look at the handle, it is a very good upright sitting position. And this is a massive 15.5 liter tank, which is, I mean, again, the biggest in this class. Coming onto the seat, you got a good, nice, soft, broad seat to have a comfortable ride. And now again, a couple of things which is worth mentioning is the attention to detail. You see here you have Yezdi logo here, and also when you look at the key, let me show you the key. The key looks very simple, plain as such when you look at this like this, but then you look here, there's Yezdi written into it, which is, I think, absolutely fantastic. And then there is another very unique proposition of this Odo. You have two knobs on both the end. You can loosen this and tilt this odometer 45-degree angle, and that's a very important feature. Wait till the end of this video. I'm going to tell you what is that feature all about. You get an adjustable visor also. And now coming onto the front, you get this very nice aggressive beak on the front to make it look more aggressive. Now let's talk about the suspension. So this gets a telescopic suspension, and very smartly done is this cover on the suspension, because you would be doing a lot of off-road on this motorcycle, and all the dust and particles or something always are the chances that they will sit on your suspension and kind of that could be an issue or problem. Very smartly done. So you have the cover here, you have the reflector here, you get a 21-inch wheel and 320 mm front disc brake. So let me show you a little closer look of that front disc brake. And when you look here, you have the radiator here, and also you get the radiator guard with the motorcycle, which is a brilliant stuff. The only concerning thing, not to show you, you have a bash plate here, but then you have the coolant kept here. So this is a place where you probably might hit the ground, but then they have given this bash plate, so that should work. And also when you look at the exhaust bend pipe turns here, and then they've given a heat plate here for heat protection, so you have the entire covered here, and similarly on the back as well. So that again is very smartly done. And when you look at the packaging of the entire engine, it's very well packed, compact, sits within the entire design chassis. And also when you look at these brake knobs or the brake levers, you have these anti-skid kind of a thing put here. And now when we go on the rear, so rear gets a single monoshock suspension and also open chain. So you'll have to loop this maybe every 500 kilometers or so, or whatever is been specified by Yezdi, and you get a nice combination of a 17-inch wheel in the rear. So let's look at the headlight now. So you get a dual headlight, so LED headlight on the front, and also LED indicators, which is very neat, very well compactly designed. And when you go on the rear end side, you get a small tail lamp and also again LED indicators. This could have been a little bigger, especially for those night rides. Not too sure how it's going to perform, but then yeah, this is just my input. So let me talk about a little bit of height and all of it. So this gets a 815 mm height, and the ground clearance is about 200 mm is the ground clearance of this motorcycle. This comes with 3 different ride modes and also switchable ABS. So the 3 different ride modes that you have on this motorcycle is the road mode, the off-road mode, and also the rain mode. So this is the 3 different modes that you can use. So let's show you how to change the ride mode. So if you see now, it says road mode, and then you long press this. You see that it will change to rain mode. That's the rain mode, and again you long press that, it will change to off-road mode. So these are the different modes that you can switch between and use them to ride. Now let's listen to this exhaust note. And this motorcycle just weighs 188 kilos. That is 11 kilos lesser than the competitor. So now let's ride this beautiful, much awaited, the all new Yezdi Adventure. I am simply in love with this motorcycle. So let's do a little bit of off-road and show you the capability of this motorcycle. Wow, there's enough power here. Wow. So not taking it into too much extreme off-road currently, because we need to give the motorcycle back in shape, and this will go for the test ride for the very first time today from this morning. So I've just got it even before this goes to the showroom. And yes, so well, I don't have to really try to do off-road and show, because this is too good a machine, and there's so much power which keeps coming in. So easy on this. So let's go on the top now. Look at this, the way this just climbs in. There's so much power coming in. It just keeps going. Let's do saddling, and even you can grip the tank so well. Even your saddling is so easy on this. And I was talking about a very important feature on the Odo that you can do. That is, you can shift it 45 degree up and down, especially when you saddle, if you want to see the odometer. So that is where this saddling bit works. So this odometer can be tilted 45 degrees, especially when you stand and ride. Wow. So now what we will do is we will take this on the highway and tell you what this motorcycle is capable of doing, or riding in highway conditions. Because of limited time, I'm not able to do too much of an extreme off-road, but then whatever I've done so far, I'm so happy with it. There's so much power coming in. Wow. So now let's ride this on the highway and tell you how this feels on the highway, and also talk about the power and all of it. I am in love with this motorcycle. So let's start from riding position and the comfort. It is super comfortable, and I am 5'7". I can ground one of my leg and also tiptoe on the other leg. You know, it's comfortable. It's not too much of a problem. Quite a comfortable situation, and also good riding position. The handlebar is tilted in towards you, so that's a comfortable, so you don't really have to put up a handlebar raiser or anything. Maybe just when you do off-road, you might want to push that a little forward, because when you're saddling, you don't want to put your hand down. So that's the input, or that's what I feel. And from the power perspective, this is super power. Off-road on this is super fun, and plus this is light as well compared to a competitor. So this is just 188 kilos, where against the competitor is about 199, close to about 200. It's about 11-12 kgs lighter as well. So this is that way lighter, and you can feel it the minute you are on the motorcycle. Now let's just get onto the main road and show you the acceleration bit. It's quite punchy, quite aggressive. The acceleration is very, very good. It's responsive. The power kicks in immediately, and the best part is there is so much power in each and every gear that you will not feel or a need of changing the gear. And every time you progress, there's enough power coming in through. There's nice power flowing in each gear, right from the first gear up till the 6th gear. So it's very, very responsive, very, very quick, good power. And even when it comes to agility, this is quite agile and super nimble. Very, very agile, very quick, very sharp in fact. And it's got a very good road grip. Very, very good road grip. Very good road presence. I mean, a lot of people have been looking at the motorcycle when they pass by. And the braking. Currently I'm on the off-road mode, so I need to change it to the road mode now. So it's gone back to the road mode. Okay, so every time you switch off and switch on, the mode automatically comes back to the road mode. So which is a good and a bad at the same time. The reason is, imagine you're on the off-road trail, you've turned it off and then turned off your motorcycle, and you start and again start riding, and you still continue to ride on the off-road mode. In such cases, every time you'll have to keep changing and bringing it back to the off-road mode, which could be painful. But otherwise, imagine you've finished your off-road, stopped the vehicle, got out to the road, and by default it's on the road mode, which is a good point. So now again, let's try to do a top speed on this. Reaching 100, 110 is super easy, and at a very short stretch you can achieve this, which is brilliant, I think. And also when it comes to vibration bit, there's not any vibration even when you're at 100 kilometers per hour. There's no vibration coming in at all, which is another plus point, and I'm super thrilled about this. Let's try to do that burst again. There you saw in a very short burst already reached 100. Let's do this here again on the highway. You see that 110, 115, not a problem at all, and this does it in ease, so easily. Wow, that's so much power, super impressed the way this motorcycle is performing on the highway. So that means you can easily cruise at 100, 110 without an issue on the highway and enjoy and munch as many kilometers as possible. So this also works as a perfect tourer, and you can get so many accessories for this, right from your panniers and top box, guards, chargers, so many of it. So all of that is also there. And the braking also, so comes with dual channel ABS, so braking also is very good. So like I mentioned, it is switchable ABS, so that works differently in different case scenarios. So especially when you are on off-road mode, I think is when the brake switches. You get only the front ABS and the rear ABS is switched off when you're doing off-road mode. And when you're in rain mode, again the brake comes back to full power, so just to ensure, you know, there's no lack of braking. So overall, from the braking perspective also, is very good braking. And again, the 21-17 inch wheel combination also is working very good. So yes, I am quite impressed with this motorcycle, with the limited time that I could spend. I would definitely want to spend some more time, do another review, do a detailed comparison between the Yezdi Adventure versus Royal Enfield Himalayan. So stay tuned for that video, and I will talk about the differences between these motorcycles and which one is better. in terms of overall package. Is it the Yezdi Adventure or the Himalayan? So that's video is coming very soon. But since today was the very first day this motorcycle has come to the showroom, and from 9 o'clock onwards is the test ride, I have to come back early, so not able to spend too much of a time with the motorcycle. But then yes, whatever time that I've spent, it was fun. Wanted to do a little bit of trail, but then again, because of time limitations, we could not do that. Otherwise I was planning to go towards Saripada, kind of do a little bit trail. It all boiled down to time. So yes, so that was the main reason. Overall, this is a very good adventure motorcycle. It's fun, it's aggressive, it's powerful, it's nimble. So overall, this is a super duper motorcycle. So that's it from my end. So I will see you soon in my next video. Until next video, please stay at home, stay safe, vaccinate yourself if you haven't.